So just 2 short days ago, I got offered a contract to work on board a cruise ship. Now, at this point in time, I have verbally accepted. However, I have yet to formally accept. By that I mean sign documents. I have 5 days to decide if I actually want to accept the cruise ship contract and essentially shake hands. But what makes all this even crazier is that at this point in time, right now, if I accept the contract, I now have just 20 days until the contract starts. Well, technically 16. I'll explain in the video. By the way, my name is Jay and welcome to my YouTube channel, Jay the Nomad. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you can get notified whenever I post my videos because I have some pretty cool stuff coming up for you. And also, by the way, this is not a cruise ship contract. Well, it is. It's a contract from another cruise line that I worked for a couple years ago. I just thought it'd be cool for dramatic effect. But anyway, so I wanted to make this video because I want to kind of show the process and just kind of document what it's like from start to finish, from getting your contract offered to eventually working on board a cruise ship. And I do believe that whether you are a guest, a passenger that has been on a cruise ship, whether you are a current crew member or you're somebody that is trying to work on a cruise ship, this kind of process is never really documented from start to finish, especially working on a brand new cruise ship, which I'll explain the details of in just a second. So I do want to document all this, again, like I said, because this stuff is really never documented, but I also want to show the reality of the process prior to even getting on board that taboo world that we know as the cruise ship, or what I like to call the ship life, because it can be a very stressful process. As of right now, I have to find somebody to sublease my apartment. I got 16 days to do that because I have a cruise next week over to Alaska, taking my mom over there, and then I got to come back and figure out all this stuff, move out, put everything into storage, and then after that, get ready to head to rehearsals. I also have to go get my boosted vaccine. I am fully vaccinated. However, I'm not boosted, so I got to go get that done in a second. I'm going to get ready to leave out of here. I also got to spend time with family and friends. I have a son. There's a lot of stuff. So I figured a lot of people that maybe have never been through this process probably wants to see it. And just keep in mind too, this is the third time that I've actually gone through this process, and it really doesn't get any easier. So anyway, let's go ahead and head to the store, and I'll give you guys a little bit more details about the contract and what's coming up here on this channel. So the name of the cruise line that has offered me a contract to work on board is known as Virgin Voyages. Now that name Virgin might sound pretty familiar. It's owned by Richard Branson. Now Richard Branson's a multi-billionaire. He owns Virgin Group. Virgin Voyages is just an umbrella company of Virgin Group. They also own Virgin Galactic, which is like a spaceship company. They own Virgin Atlantic, the airline. Over 400 companies they have somewhat of some control over and ownership of. Now, also involved with this company, which is really cool, I'm sure you guys have heard of a woman, no big deal, Jennifer Lopez. So she's actually an investor of the company. She's also the chief entertainment officer and the lifestyle officer. You also have Ryan Reynolds involved, you know, Deadpool. His Jen, Aviation Jen, is also in a partnership with the company. Now, they've offered me a contract to work on board as a breakdancer and acrobat. That's what I do for a living. Well, honestly, I do YouTube for the most part. I have another channel called the Shiplife. Most of you are probably already from that channel. But yeah, I mean, the contract kind of came out of nowhere. I'll explain another day how it came to be because I want to give you guys an overview just kind of what's going on overall with the contract. Let's go on an adventure. Yes, I know I need to wash my car. Look, it's been raining and I've been extremely busy lately. So the contract that I'm being offered by Virgin is a 6-month contract on their third and newest ship, the Resilient Lady. Now, when it comes to contracts, it does vary, but it's usually in the range of 6 to 9 months on board cruise ships. It can vary depending on factors like whether you are starting a new contract or you're covering for somebody that either had to disembark the ship or sign off early, or maybe they got fired. Anything goes. It could be, you know, department, depending on what department you're in, can decide on how long your contract is. For example, if you work in the spa, there's a third-party company known as Steiner. You could work anywhere from 9 months, 10 months. I've seen people there for almost up to a year. So there are so many factors, and I'm not going to get into it right now. Maybe another day we'll talk about it. Just when it comes to Virgin Voyages, they do currently have 3 ships, 2 of which are in operation right now. There is their first ship, the Scarlet Lady. I was on the U.S. inaugural sailing last year on board that ship. It was originally supposed to set sail and do its mermaiden voyage back in 2020. However, the pandemic came. We all know how all that went. started in 2021, and then here in 2022, just a few short months ago, we had their second ship, the Valiant Lady, sailing out of Southampton. Scarlet Lady sailed out of Miami, and then my ship, Resilient Lady, on August 14th, will be sailing out of Athens, Greece. Now, I've never been to Greece. I've been to 57 countries. I'm pretty well traveled. However, Greece will be uncharted territory for me, so I'm really excited to try somewhere new, and also just a little nervous at the same time. Now, when it comes to the 6-month contract, I will be doing 2 shows on board, and my contract, because of that reason, will start in Orlando at a facility, a dance studio, in which we will learn the show that we will be doing, or shows rather, that we'll be doing on board the ship. Now, the facility is located in Orlando, which definitely works out in my benefit because I live in Tampa Bay, Florida, so Orlando is about an hour and some change from me, which means, well, I get to be close to home, I get to keep my car, but typically, whenever we have rehearsals, all the performers are typically from somewhere all over the world, and they bring them all to one place, and they rehearse, and they have to take a van back and forth everywhere. And yes, the cruise line does pay for your lodging accommodations where you'll be staying at for the duration of the rehearsal process, but it can be a pain if you don't have transportation because you have to do group trips and mall stops and everything else. So, I mean, I will be helping out, of course, with everybody because since I do have a car, I have no problem helping people that need to go shopping, need to go pick up stuff, because I know how hard it could be. So, I mean, I guess I'll earn some brownie points too with everybody, which is something that I'm definitely just a little worried about for a couple reasons. So I am pretty sure at this point in time, most of you are coming from my main channel, the Shiplife. I have over 100,000 followers over there, and I average anywhere between 1 million to 1.5 million viewers a month. And I believe I have like the 4th or 5th largest channel in the world on cruising from my prior experience working for NCL. Yeah, so I mean, I do wonder how it's going to be. Am I going to run into people and work with people that know my channel, which I don't really care about. I mean, I'm not on some high horse, and that's my issue. I don't want somebody to just assume that I'm a cocky guy or think I'm up here just because I have a small YouTube channel in the grand scheme of things. There are people with millions of followers on YouTube, so it doesn't really mean much to me. So yeah, that's something I'm curious about, but I guess we'll see. I will be showing all of you the do's and don'ts of working on cruise ships, and of course, if you guys have any questions and stuff you're curious about, please let me know in the comment section. Now, I'll be honest with you, just full disclosure, there are some things that I will have to talk with Virgin about to just kind of feel out what I can and can't say for obvious reasons. I know there's going to be parts of the ship that I just simply can't show you guys. However, Virgin is extremely lenient with how they are doing things. Like, it's different from NCL. I used to work for Norwegian Cruise Line, and it was completely different system. For example, when I worked for NCL, we couldn't even have liquor in the crew area. There was no liquor in the crew bar. It was literally just cheap beer and wine, and we had to formulate some concoction to kind of make something similar to liquor by mixing the two. It was horrible. So yeah, there's just a lot I got to show you. Anyway, I just got over to Publix. I have to go get my booster shot, and hopefully I don't feel too woozy after. Then I'm taking my son to see Doctor Strange, and I got to do more videos on my other channel, and there's so much that's on my mind. I haven't slept in like 2 days because of all the craziness going on right now. But either way, guys, I just want to welcome all of you to this channel. I hope I can provide you with some decent content, something you'll all enjoy. This is, I guess you would call this the pilot episode, the intro episode. I don't know. But either way, just make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this, you got any kind of value out of it. And like I said, subscribe. I appreciate all of you. And I'll see you in the next one, either today or tomorrow. But I'm going to try to do every day, every other day, just to give you guys an update on what's going on as far as working on board cruise ships. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.